Alright, what's up guys? Me and my lab partner Leo here decided to team up and do a presentation on replacing my steering components on my Yukon. A little bit of background on this: it uses a conventional steering system, still hydraulically powered. Normally they have rack and pinion, especially the newer ones obviously use a rack and pinion type steering. But this one uses a center link and a pitman arm and idler arm. Obviously still uses inner and outer tie rods, but we're going to dig into that and show you how wear can affect the drive.
Alright, so in there you can see what he's talking about. You can see the inner and outer tie rod. They're similar looking parts, but they are different. The inner side is connected to the center link by a ball joint type joint. On the outer side, it's connected to the hub by a ball joint type joint. And in the center, they're connected by the adjustment sleeve, which just uses clamps to tighten it down. That's what you twist to change the toe vector.
All right, so a little bit of under the hood action here. I wanted to show you guys the power steering fluid reservoir. Obviously that looks normal like any other power steering system, but then when you get down here, this is where you get into the conventional steering type deal. That right there is the actual steering box that uses recirculating balls and hydraulic pressure to control the power steering. And to add to that, right on top of this upper control arm here, you can see the pitman arm, which connects to the splined attachment on the bottom of that steering box and is the part that moves the center link back and forth. Also on the other side, I can't really get to from here, is the idler arm, which basically also holds the center link in place, but the pitman arm is going to be what the center link pivots on, and that's going to be moving your steering back and forth. And I also felt like it was worth mentioning the sway bar end links that I replaced earlier in the semester. These will go out and start causing a loud clunking noise. These blue bushings that you see on the top and bottom will wear out, and it will be pretty much metal on metal contact between your sway bar and your actual sway bar end link shaft. I will throw a video in of what it sounds like when these start going bad. So I'm going to show you guys a little example of the play that I do not have anymore in the steering system. If anybody knows, these old OBS trucks, these GMT 400s, are known to have a lot of steering play. This one does not anymore because I replaced almost everything that it would need to not have this play anymore. So I'm about to show you guys by doing a simple swerve back and forth that this Yukon now reacts. Hold on, before I take off. My transmission is not broken. It revs up higher because I have a 2800 RPM stall converter to steering input very well. So you might not have been able to feel that or see that very much, but it used to be I would just do this and the vehicle wouldn't move at all. But now, I don't know if you can hear everything in the background. The vehicle still doesn't react immediately to steering input, obviously, because it's a very heavy body on frame SUV. It's not going to react like your normal sports car or sedan or anything like that, but it is definitely a noticeable improvement. And to add on to that, I no longer have an insane amount of bump steer while I go over a bump and my wheel's straight. So that, to me, is a major bonus.
So this is our before drive park test. You can see the idler arm there and the pitman arm. You can see the play in that. It's got really bad play. That was probably the majority of the looseness in the steering. There's the left side inner ball joint. And there's a top view of the pitman arm. You can see the play in that. Over here is the idler arm. Less play in that, but there was still some. All right, so here you can see the underside after we replaced the parts. On this left side, you can see the pitman arm behind the differential there. That was the majority of the play right there, connected to the center link. On this side, you can see the idler arm in its bracket where it connects to the center link. Over here, you've got the right side tie rod, inner tie rod that was also replaced, and the left side inner tie rod. Everything's coated in a nice layer of power steering fluid because we kind of got that everywhere when we took the steering box out. But it was a pretty fun job, and I really enjoyed doing it.
It is also worth mentioning there is absolutely zero play in the steering at all. We never got to get a video of another dry park test, but all the play that was there that you've seen previously in those goofy little clips of the steering components going back and forth is completely eliminated now. So we should be all good to go. Alright guys, that is all for this presentation. This video was very fun to make. Just for a little send-off, this is a video of me pulling out a Mustang that was driving like an idiot. Yeah, thank you very much, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Yeah!